Good morning. Today I'm going to talk to you about Air India Flight AI171 that crashed shortly after takeoff. And everybody knows about it. And I'm not going to talk to you about the incident. I'm going to talk to you only about the technical aspects. What are the possible causes and what would have happened? I mean, this is my thoughts and views, and I'm expecting for you all to share with me your thoughts as well. And as you all know, out of 242 passengers and crew members, only one survived. Everybody else is confirmed dead. And we'll pray for the families. Hope hope they will recover from this sad incident. Then, first first possible cause, both the engines to fail. Right? For both the engines to fail, either the bird strike, there is one scenario, bird strike. Other one is the cutting of the fuel supply. So, so the bird strike could happen because of the airport area where the lot of birds fly around. So that could be one possible scenario. Then cutting off the fuel supply is unlikely because aircraft is fully maintained, and hopefully I don't think so, but it could happen. That's the two scenarios can make the engines to fail. Second one, if you look at the video, you can see flaps are not deployed. It depends on the angle of the video, but flaps are not deployed. It is, we don't know why the flaps are not deployed. Uh, Also, because the airport is hot, airport is in a hot region, the air molecules will be very thin. So the density will be thin air. So you need to deploy the flaps fully so that to get the maximum lift, right? So that is also another scenario why it is not being, flaps are not deployed. The other one is during the takeoff, pilot will get to the V1 speed, that is about 165 knots. Once he reach the 165 knots, he can still proceed. But if he didn't reach 165 knots at V1, then he has the time to abort the flight, right? So that means he has reached 165 knots. Then the V, the other velocity that gives you the speed of 175. Once you reach 175 knots, you can't abort your flight. You have to proceed, right? So that means he has reached to that point and he has took off the flight. Then the another one, aircraft gain altitude of 625 feet. And you would have noticed that the nose was not till pitched up, which is unlikely for a takeoff because aircraft nose should be tilt very high for a decent takeoff, right? So that also didn't happen, and it has coming down immediately after within minutes it is coming down, right? That means it lost its lift and is going to come down. And other other scenario is what do you call explosion, but that is unlikely because why? Because if it is going to be explosion, it should have happened while taking off. Why the aircraft is stalling and coming down? So that is another thing that we can rule out, right? Mainly there should be a mechanical failure, right? Because pilot called for a mayday, and all this the pilot and the co-pilot have more than 9,000 hours of flying experience, which means they are experienced pilot and they call for a mayday. That means they have noticed something unusual, right? So they called for a mayday, and unfortunately they couldn't control the flight. And these are the possible things that I'm thinking of. But other than that, if you think some other ideas, please post it on the comments. Thank you. Bye.